Once you have your image approved and you have bunches and bunches, and I'm telling you bunches and bunches of different types of images to make this animal collage, you want to go ahead and open up your image, your main image from PhotoPea, and then you want to open up, so file open. Remember, we have these on our desktop here, and then you can go ahead and open up an image, right? Remember, we can't really drag this kind of stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of just selecting. Okay, and you need to understand the differences between sizes of your images. So if you come up here, you click image, image size. So your actual, my actual textured image is 267 by 189 in pixels. And then, so I'll close out of this. And then my polar bear, right? So I'm using a polar bear. I'm going to click on image size. So that's 900 by 524. Oh, and DPI is 72. So you need to make sure that you are paying attention to that when you guys are perfect. When you guys are trying to come up with your different textures, because if your DPI is much bigger, then your images are going to come in much smaller. And I know it sounds kind of strange, but that's true. So if you try to keep this the same, that would be great. All right, so then what we're going to do here is we are going to grab our little lasso tool, and we're just going to grab some parts, and you're going to be much better than this. And I'm going to click edit, copy, and then I'm going to come over to my polar bear, and you want to make sure that you are adding layers, and you're going to put edit, paste, and then you actually have the piece of your texture. All right, and again, you are going to want to probably zoom in, really get zoomed in to doing this. You are going to want to make sure like you want to keep the curves of the actual limbs. You want to make sure that we can understand the different parts of the body, but you don't want things bigger than this. So this is that's a pretty good fit there. And then I'm going to come back over to my texture. If you want to grab another piece of this texture, that would be good because it looks a little bit different. So if I'm going to come in here, grab a little piece of it, and then again, you're going to click edit copy. You're going to come back over to your polar bear again, create a layer, and you're going to edit paste. The reason why you are doing every single different layer is because you want to have complete control of every little piece. So I'm going to use this one kind of as a curve. So I'm going to go and click and free transform. And then I'm going to be able to actually grab this little curve here. And I want to use this as it's the crease in its leg, and I'm going to click OK. So you can kind of see this darkness here is going to help me to create the crease of the leg. So you're going to be doing that over and over and over again. You want to make sure that I can actually see the definition of it's like if you were using this image of the separation of the legs here. This is bent up, its tummy, the crease here, its tush area. You don't want this just to be a big circular something, but you want pieces, little pieces like this. Again, you're using multiple images. You could use a couple pieces from different elements of the same image if you can tell that it's different. You don't want to grab big squares, big pieces. You're using your lasso tool like crazy, like crazy. You could also inside the magic cut or inside PhotoPea, you can use the magic cut to get the background out. You want to be very creative. So I also need to go and find black images. I need to find gray images. You do not need to worry about the background. Do not worry about the background. You are going to have so many layers, 60, 70, 80 layers. So every time that you go to a texture, so if I go to file, open again, and I'm going to open up, say this flower, And you want to look at your little animal and see, well, where can I actually put this flower? So it looks pretty wide up here. So I'm going to come up here, grab my lasso tool, and grab a little bit of piece. And first, I also want to make sure that I'm looking at this image size. So, okay, so this one is a 96 DPI, so it's a bigger file. So these might come in really small, just to let you know. So I'm going to click Edit, Copy. I'm going to come back to the polar bear, insert a layer, and then Edit, Paste. And you see how that came in like that? So if I want to use this for part of its little head, again, I want to click on Free Transform. I want to come over here, and then I want to click Select OK. But that's too big, right? So I'm going to go back up to Free Transform, and I'm going to get that white diagonal arrow, and I'm going to shrink it up. I'm going to click OK, and then I can start moving it. All right, I don't want to hide its little ears, so I can actually use it like that. So there's many different things that you guys are going to be doing. You're going to be grabbing many little pieces from your different textures, different patterns. You're going to use a lasso tool like crazy. And you're going to have many things open. Again, you want to make sure that you're grabbing like 100 different images from Google. You're going to be putting them into a folder, probably on your desktop. You can also put that folder in your Google Drive, so you have it there for safekeeping, just in case something happens, or your flash drive. But you guys know PhotoPea, that once you have something open, to click File Open, it's coming from the actual desktop. So you probably want to have your animal collage folder on your desktop for your images. And then you guys are going to have bunches and bunches of layers, inserting a layer before you put something down. Again, don't forget the background. Do not put anything on your background layer. Nothing on your background layer. We will be getting rid of that layer. We'll be getting rid of that layer and inserting another layer to show its habitat. And that's a different video. All right. Good luck, you guys.